Hello everyone, this is the Wings Mobile Detailing Podcast, automotive topic today on auto detailing, how to detail a smoker's car. If your car smells like smoke, cigarettes inside, there's nicotine everywhere, and sometimes you just bought a used car, whatever the situation is overall, if the car smells like smoke inside. I'm going to go over the ways to remove that, the fallacies of what people say. Sometimes people promise they can be removed 100%, and most of the times that's not the case when the smell is really strong inside. So stay with the introduction. I'll explain how to remove and what's the best way to eventually get rid of it for sure.
Welcome to the Wings Mobile Detailing Business and Automotive Podcast, the only podcast that will guide you on how to start and grow six-figure companies. As our team expand from one business location to worldwide domination, you will get step-by-step insights from a millennial franchisor and franchise owner with your host, Andre Mezzalera.
Throughout this podcast, I'm just going to cover detailing smoker's vehicle if your car smells like smoke inside, but assuming it's the worst case scenario, assuming the smell is really strong. Obviously if it's really, really strong, as it's been smoked on for many years, sometimes the solution is just to replace the fabric and interior surfaces of the car. That's if it's really bad. But covering a bad way, so first we're gonna cover, is there a way to remove 100% of the smoke smell? Let's say you got a car and you just wanted to remove 100%, and some companies even promises that hey, we're gonna get 100% of the smell out. That's really not necessarily the case, and certainly that's not the case in a one trial. So if your car smells really bad like smoke and you try to, I want to get rid of it right now, I want to detail it right now so I don't smell it anymore, unfortunately that's not gonna happen. They're different, and I'm going to cover how to remove it, the different ways to remove it, the best way to remove it to help minimize the smell. But in a one-time detailing, that's not going to be the case. And some companies can promise it to you, and they can seem like they've removed the smell because sometimes they put fragrance in there to cover it up after even they cleaned it. The best way, the best method that they used. And, sometimes they actually clean it using the best method. And then you get inside, the car smells really fresh, but then the sun comes out, the car gets really hot, and then you smell the thing back again in your car, and then you're like, oh, they didn't remove 100%, because they can't. It's very hard to remove 100% even using the best methods out there. So now first, how to remove that, I'm gonna go deep. And just a reminder, guys, I personally have bought a car previously where it smelled like smoke. It smelled quite strong. It wasn't super strong, but it was to the point where it would be quite uncomfortable to be sitting inside. So it was quite strong. But and I had that, and I did the best treatment ever to try to remove that. First, remove the nicotine off the seats, the floors, and eventually it went away. And so that's what happens. It comes away eventually. So the best way to first do it is to shampoo everything. Seats, floors, definitely the headliner, which is the top area inside the car. The smoke, they like to get trapped everywhere. It gets trapped everywhere. But definitely it's good to shampoo everything. Do a full detail shampoo the seats, the floor, and the headliner. And a way to shampoo, what we do like to use is, even chemical guys, they have a fabric shampoo liquid that you put in water, and then you, with mist of water, and then you just rub that, and then you dry with a dry towel. That's for detailers. That thing works as well, but mainly what you're trying to accomplish here when you're shampooing is you're trying to remove the nicotine that's trapped on the surface of the fabric. And when I say the surface, it really is the surface, because you can't get inside the foam unless you remove the cover of the seats or you remove the carpet. But we're not removing the carpet, so we spray shampoo. And detailers, we personally like to spray shampoo, scrub it, and use a steamer. That way the heat's gonna help to sanitize it completely. And that's normally how we like to do it. But first, clean everything. The headliner is the same thing. We don't like using much of the steamer on the headliner just because it's more of a soft. We don't want to mess up with the glue of the fabric in the headliner. But those are more details that you want to first definitely get it super clean up and remove as much nicotine as you can. Will this remove the smoke smell if you do this deep steam cleaning shampoo everyone in the car? It's not. There's no, it may at first after you detail it, but as I said, drive the car in the sun the next day or maybe a week goes by and then start coming back. The smoke smells start coming back and it's very annoying. It's really, really annoying. Now, if you're not a detailer, don't have these materials, and just to cover it up real quick, if you do want to do it yourself, we always like to, even if you don't want to use it yourself and buy this expensive machine, a way that I like to do personally is Oxiclean. There's those Oxiclean powders. You can sprinkle all around the carpet, the seats if they're fabric, and then you vacuum them out. You can leave it there for a while. Ideally in the sun, you leave it there for a while. If you don't want to leave it for a while, I mean like a few hours, or a whole day, and then what you want to do is definitely vacuum your car to remove the Oxiclean powder, because that's gonna also help to get any moisture out. Just be careful, because sometimes it's hard to remove the powder with the vacuum depending on the type of fabric. If they're like Toyota, sometimes the fabric of Toyotas, they trap that thing, because the carpeting it's not the best quality ever. But Oxiclean, and then you vacuum the next day, and if you have distilled vinegar, white vinegar, and you can blot the towel with vinegar and wipe down all the fabric. You don't want to soak it. I never like to soak things, but you can soak a towel, a microfiber rag, or whatever type of rag, and then clean with vinegar all the surfaces, like all the fabric from the seats and floors. Vinegar is good to remove smell, helps to minimize the smell. And same with the headliner. So first start with the Oxiclean powder, vacuum, and then vinegar, and clean everything. For the dashboard, I always recommend just using an automotive interior cleaner and then interior conditioning to clean the dashboard, those other more intricate surfaces. So now that you have everything cleaned up, your car detail on the inside, you're gonna see that the smell is still gonna be there, and definitely you want to make sure everything's dried and everything. Now, there are a few methods to actually, really important. This is important because three things that you can use to actually help to kill the bacteria that creates the smell in the air that's in the car or in between the surfaces inside the vehicle. Is first, you can use an ozone machine. Some people, they're not thinking about buying that, but some detailers, they have that ozone machine. So if you're thinking about paying a detailer to do that, make sure you're gonna fully shampoo the car and even use the ozone machine. If your car is bad on cigarette smoke, and some detailers may say that the ozone machine's gonna, they're gonna use the ozone machine, it's gonna remove the smell completely. That rarely is the case. If you're looking for a detailer to do it, we are detailers, and we personally like to explain to the client, hey, this is the best method to get it out. Ozone machine, or there's this other machine that throws, it looks like a white smoke type of it's a white smoke. That generates white smoke that you can throw. It's another different machine. It's not ozone. That does the same thing, and it's made to remove the smell. And some detailers will have that, but it won't remove 100%. It might right afterwards. After you finish the ozone machine on the car, your car is gonna smell like Clorox. At least that's how I feel it. And I used on the personal car that I had. I did all the shampoo, the ozone machine, and it did smell like Clorox. You definitely want to leave the car open. After the ozone machine is done, it's nice to do it in the summer, because then all that the heat will help to bring that smell out, and then you're tackling right at the source. But then the other way, if you're not paying for a detailer, you definitely want to clean the car inside. And even if you want to use some type of odor bomb, it's not going to work 100%, or odor bomb that you can use to help remove. And that is a bomb that you can buy, and it's a sprayer that you leave the car on for 5 minutes, turn the AC on circulate, and it goes inside the vents, and then it kills some bacteria in the air and throws a nice fragrance. Smells better than the Clorox. I personally did both, and although the Ozone machine is made for that, and if you had Ozone machine, I'll definitely use it, but I personally have had better luck with cleaning the car deeply and doing that odor bomb inside the car, depending on the type that you get. But because regardless, the smell came back, and the smell does come back if you wait a week, go in the summer when the car is super hot inside, and then you can smell the smoke that's still there. Now, if you're worried, like, okay, but this is the best way to remove it and this still doesn't come out, so does that mean my car's gonna smell like smoke forever? No, it's not. So it comes out slowly. The best way now is to follow up. Now this is the solution. This is how you're gonna remove the smoke smell. You do this first time deep cleaning with the odor bomb or the Ozone machine. Definitely want to clean all the nicotine out, but the smell is still gonna be there. Sometimes your windshield is still gonna get foggy afterwards because it's gonna evaporate that nicotine residue even after you clean it to the windshield. And you want to continue cleaning it. You want to continue to clean that if you want to do more of a one-time Ozone machine once a month. But make sure you always clean the car, especially in the summer. But continue to clean it. Regular cleaning, you don't have to do that heavy vinegar every time. At least that's how I did it on my car. And it passed about 5 months that I had my car, and the smell, I couldn't, it wasn't there anymore. I just can't smell. And I made sure to have somebody else enter in the car. Maybe I got used to it, and I got the same feedback that it wasn't there anymore. So I know it's hard to see at the beginning. At the beginning, you've bought a new car, you just want that smell completely gone, but don't stress about it. I mean, unfortunately, it's not gonna come out 100% in the first detail, and Ozone is the best way, but it's not gonna come out 100%. It's gonna come out a good amount, but then it's gonna come back when the sun hits it and you're like super worried. Don't worry about it. Continue cleaning your car, detail frequently inside, and slowly that smell is gonna be gone. If you wanna put, some people don't like fresheners, to put fresheners inside the car. I personally don't like it very much, but if you do like it, go ahead and put a freshener inside the car, or do odor bomb multiple times. There's odor bombs that you can buy at AutoZone or whatever. It's called Turtle Wax. The brand is Turtle Wax, and that smells good, the Caribbean one. But smell is very personal. So this is it, guys. This is it. Do a first deep time cleaning or call a detailer to do the Ozone machine. If they promise you that they can get 100% out, don't believe it 100%. Detailers, they should be able to tell you. They should, because detailers, if you call it a good reputable company, they should be able to tell you what they're gonna do and explain to you that the smell is may come back, but give you this advice as well. If you guys have any questions, want to contact Wings Mobile Detailing, you can contact on the description below. Go to the website, follow us on Instagram under Wings Mobile Detailing, or watch our YouTube videos that we're making for Smoker's Vehicle as well. Thank you, guys.